On guys, Crypto Mark bringing you another crypto video. Today we're going to talk about T2X, we're going to talk about some Sun, maybe a little bit of Justswap. If you didn't know, on this channel I teach you guys how I make passive income with cryptocurrency. So with that being said, let's jump in. Alright, here we are, T2X, man. T2X is still going great. There was a hiccup yesterday where on Xswap specifically, where this T2X pool, I guess the hacker found some type of vulnerability in the code and they essentially pulled all the Tron, so they out of the reward pool. I believe they got some out of the T2X pool as well, but the team was able to shut Xswap down and kind of stop them from draining everything there. As you can see here, swap is not currently available, and yeah, I did have some TRX in here. You can see a little over 10k, probably like 12,000 or so I initially put in here. So they are working on reimbursing everyone who lost their funds on this pool. So I'll give you guys an update on when that comes through. All right, but going back to the stakes, man, stakes are still going great. Even with that minor hiccup yesterday, people are still going into the div pool, or into the auction. You can see the div pool is at 1.4 million already, and we have a little under 3 hours left. The average div pool still holding pretty steady at 1.87 million. So that's looking good still, man. You can see here my stake here. These are my rewards for 1 day of staking. Okay, 265,000 T2X staked generated me almost 1,500 Tron in 1 day. So, like I said, guys, even with that minor hiccup on Xswap, things are still rolling. People are still investing, so it doesn't look like it's slowing down at all. All right, let's take a look. Well, I guess we could take a look at the auction really quick just to see the trend. I think we did have a few 2 million TRX days in the auction here. Let's give it a second to load. Come on, T2X. Here we go. So, okay. You can see here, day 61 we got to 2.1 million, day 62 2.4 million, then we're kind of slowly trickling off, but like I said, it's still holding pretty steady, so that's great for T2X. I was a little unsure on how the community was going to handle it after the little Xswap incident, but like I said, the team fixed everything pretty quickly, so good there. All right. We're going to keep rolling with these 7-day stakes and just kind of going from there, man. The reality is for me that after these 7-day stakes, I would earn more than what I just lost on Xswap. So I hope they reimburse me for Xswap. I'm pretty sure they are, but I don't really care because I'm earning so much on here still. All right. Next thing I want to talk about, let's jump into Sun. All right. So I did initially go into the Genesis mining on sun.io, where I put in like 15k Tron, and you can see here I earned about 2.4 Sun. So Sun is doing pretty decent in terms of price. We could take a look at the price. Let's look at it on Poloni Dex. Might be cleaner on this one. Where is Sun? Here we go. So you can see Sun is kind of pumping a little bit. It's looking really bullish. All right, so I'm gonna probably hold my Sun. I know a lot of people were selling the Sun and then taking that TRX and putting it back into the Genesis mining so they can get more Sun. So it was like essentially they're just getting more and more Tron out of it. But because I have T2X and other dApps that are paying me a lot of Tron, I figured I would hold the Sun. And then right now I went into the Sun TRX liquidity pool, and you can see here I'm earning some Sun here. I just went into this thing not too long ago. I would say maybe 1 hour ago. So this is my earnings after like 1 hour. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys how to go into the liquidity pool, but really quick, let's just see what 0.012 Sun is. So 0.012, that's about 11 Tron in an hour. That's pretty decent, man. Okay, pretty decent. Probably going to go heavier right now. I'll show you guys in a second. But you can see here how much Sun is actually staked. These are liquidity pool tokens. So liquidity pool tokens are not one-to-one. So that's why you see these crazy high numbers. So when you go into the liquidity pool, you have to put in both Sun and Tron, the equivalent amount, and then they will spit out some liquidity pool tokens, and that's what you'll end up staking to get more Sun. Okay, so we're essentially staking Sun and earning more Sun, or going into the liquidity pool on Tron and Sun, which are both pretty stable in my opinion. So it's better than going into like a random farm, like, I don't know, Cherry or something like that, those meme ones where the price of Cherry or something like that, for example, could drop tremendously. So it feels better going into something like this. All right, let's take a look on how to do that. So really quick, like I said, in order to do that, in order to go into liquidity pool, you need to have an equal amount on both sides. So I'll just do like 1,000 Tron worth of Sun. So I'm gonna buy some Sun because you can see right now I don't have any Sun. So let's buy 1,000. That's only gonna give me one. All right, so we're going to swap that, confirm. Great, so I just bought some Sun. Let's give it a second to confirm. You can see here now we have one Sun. All right, and that one Sun's worth about 1,000 Tron or so. So we're gonna go here. You can see I'm already in the liquidity pool here, but you don't really see it because I essentially gave my liquidity pool tokens to Sun.io and I'm staking it on here. So that's why it doesn't show up kind of on here the correct way, because it's showing 0. Typically when you go into a liquidity pool, you'll see your Sun and your T2X balances here. Okay, but let's go ahead and add some more. So we're gonna add one Sun, which is about 970 Tron, and we're gonna hit supply, confirm. Okay, so now you actually see here the one Sun and the equivalent amount in T2X on this side. So we just went into the liquidity pool. They gave us 54,675 liquidity pool tokens. Now we're gonna go back to Sun. We're gonna hit this pool because this is the pool we just went into. You would do the same for all of these pools. The reason why I'm going into this pool is because it has a, if you guys can see that, a 1,366% APY. So this is the highest pool right now. So that's why I went into that one. We're gonna hit select. And you can see here are 54,675 liquidity pool tokens. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and hit that 54,675. We're gonna hit stake. So that should add to my current stake. All right. So let's give it a second for it to go through, and you can see here the balance did upgrade or update to 187. All right, so that's good. So now we should be earning more Sun a little bit faster, right? We should be farming Sun a little bit faster. So definitely check this out. It's new. It's Sun to Tron, so it's very stable, or it feels stable, and the price appears to be pumping. We definitely want to go into something that's going up, not trending down. Okay, so that's why I'm talking about this one. And then let's take a look at Justswap, man, because I see some interesting stuff going on. All right, so you can see here, so the Justswap site is a little slow. I think they need to do another update, but you can see the liquidity pool in here. The total liquidity in here is 171 million. This thing was at like 48 million yesterday. All right, so that just means a lot of the Sun, this Genesis mining that people, so since Genesis mining is over, all the TRX that people put in, I think it almost got up to like 10 billion TRX in there. All of that TRX, most likely got, unstaked, and they're probably throwing it into the Sun TRX liquidity pool or some of these other pools here. Probably the Tether one, Tether TRX, even more stable, but less APY. So people are adding all of that here, which is pumping Justswap's liquidity a lot. So this is looking pretty good. I mean, there's still a lot of projects on Justswap that are kind of sketchy, but me personally right now, I'm leaning more towards like anything like Pearl or Sun, USDT, TRX, more stable stuff, because everything else could just drop tremendously in price and you'll just lose. So yeah, just want to do a quick update on Sun.io and what I'm doing over there, and quick update on T2X. One last thing on T2X, they're supposed to be launching V2X this week. I'm not too sure if that's going to be postponed because of all the XSwap stuff that happened yesterday. But V2X is supposed to be yield farming on T2X. So yield farming and DeFi on Tron is super popping right now, or it was popping, I would say, like 2 weeks ago, kind of pulling back over the last week or so. But if DeFi does come back to life, this is going to be huge. V2X. All right. So I'll probably do another video on that once it comes out. But so far, man, T2X doing this thing. Sun liquidity pools looking pretty good so far, I'd say. So check them out. I'll leave a link for T2X in the description if you guys haven't checked it out so far. And that's pretty much it. See you guys in the next one. Peace.